All right, guys, here we are on the map Metropolis, recently added to the GSL as well, which is awesome because it's a great map. It's going to be on the ladder soon, too. That'll be fun.
Yep.
And over at the left side of it, we have our blue Protoss from Team Liquid. It is HerO. And on the right side of the map, in the red, the only Zerg in the tournament. Will his tournament run end here, or will he continue to be the dark horse of the lower bracket? It is Zenek's life.
Yeah, he may be our only Zerg, but he has been a fighter. He's made it through, guaranteed top 6 in this tournament, made himself some money. So, and in fact, if you guys think about it, we actually have more non-Terrans than Terrans in the tournament right now because we are down to 5 players left. Thorzane was just eliminated, as we saw. So there are 2 Protoss, 2 Terran, 1 Zerg.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, ending up being pretty even as far as the race distribution goes. And, you know, Zerg fans out there, I'm sure they are glad to have Life as their representative in this tournament. He has played really, really well, especially versus Terran. He's a very unique style, and I'm curious to see what he's going to bring against Liquid HerO here.
And already we can see HerO getting close positions by air. Won't find his opponent there. He'll have to move out after that. Already dropping the pylon down for Nexus first or a Forge Fast Expand. We'll find out his intentions here in just a bit.
Yep. And I like how on this map, you can't see it with the Zerg because of the creep, but there's like a little marker where all the bases are. So you know right where to put your command center, the mains.
And Life.
Look at this.
It's going to go hatch first against a Protoss player.
All right. And where's the Forge from Liquid HerO?
Yeah, I know.
Waiting to see that right now.
Looks like he was delaying to go Nexus first, and he may decide to do just that now that he's already saved up quite a bit of the way there.
All right, yeah, Life chasing that drone around here too. He's trying to stay on top of it, but HerO's like, all right, you're going hatch first against me. Okay, so the temptation is to, of course, go for that Forge, but it looks like it's going to be a Nexus from Liquid HerO. Just going to expand anyway. Not going to cheese his opponent early on.
All right, well, we'll see what ends up happening here in just a second. He's going to convince Life.
Going to scare him a bit,
yeah, that there is a Forge up, though. So we'll see how many drones he pulls off the line. So far, it's just been a second. Life not really taking the bait, man.
Life is so brave, man. He's calling HerO's bluff right now. He's like, I don't think you have a Forge. He's like, we'll see. Ah, you don't. So it looks like it worked. Game of drone chicken ended up in Life's favor.
Yes, it did. And we'll see here now what his opponent does to follow this up. HerO, of course, already with a Forge down at the front and pylon and a gateway. Kind of interesting position for that wall, as it's going to lead units around the side, so he's not just completely cutting this off like this. So
yeah, a little bit of a weak spot there with the pylon, but yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
He's going to get that first cannon here in just a bit, though. He is already double gassing, of course, about the right time whenever you Nexus first, so...
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see him go for that Warp Prism play. Stargate is always popular in PvZ. You know, we do see a lot of Protoss players doing it. So he's got a couple different options. The Overlord kind of sees everything. He's like, all right, I got to get out of here because I don't want to die to a cannon. That's the most embarrassing thing to ever happen.
Can I get away before the cannon finishes, though? It's so slow.
Yep.
The Overlord hanging above. Is that 6 squares away? Okay, he's moving a little farther now, I was about to say.
He likes to live on the edge.
Evidently. All right.
He's like, oh, extreme.
All right, well,
extreme overlords.
HerO gets a pro back home. We still do have a very fast third base out of Life, though, so no real surprise there. Doing that without gas, of course, getting himself some additional queens and lanes.
Yep, and so I'm curious to see if he's going to just move into that Roach mid-game here, get the Lair, the Roach Warren, the Evo Chamber at all about the same time. It's generally usually when you see it. Probably going to be doing that, about now. Yep, there's 2 gases going down. Usually it's the late 30s, early 40s in supply for Zerg to start getting gas when they do this in this matchup.
Yeah.
He's going to need to worry about a Zealot, but it's not a big problem.
No, not really. And HerO's already started his Warp Gate research and also chrono boosting out a Stalker as well, so not going right to a Sentry as a lot of players will.
+1 though, so that makes me wonder if we're going to see a Stargate here out of Liquid HerO.
Could very well. He has the resources for it.
Yeah, might just throw down a few more gateways too, but he's got a lot of options. He's a Protoss player.
Yeah, kind of interesting though, as you know, at this point, if he was going down that gateway route, you probably would have seen +1 and a couple of sentries out there to help use some of that gas.
Ooh, nice.
There's gateways 2, 3, and 4 coming out now.
Yeah, keeping those Zerglings alive against that Zealot. It looks like HerO drawing him back to the Stalkers. Is he going to lose the Zealot? He will.
Yes.
Yep, lose that initial Zealot here, but not much else.
And Zenek's Life, he is making a few Zerglings here in the early game, kind of as we've seen in the past. He'd do against Terrans, but we'll see how useful it is going to be against a Protoss player. Ooh, and there's a proxy pylon. We'll see if that gets a Stargate, if that's just going to be used for Warpins in a second.
What we're going to have, I think, is a very sentry-heavy 4-gate push here from HerO, just to maybe try to set up a third base. Kind of looks like what he's going for. I believe he's going to have a total of 4 gateways. He's making 3 right now, and I don't think he made any before that. He's got so much gas saved up, too, that I think we're going to see quite a few sentries out of this. And, you know, let's see how prepared Zenek's Life is for this. He doesn't have any spine crawlers out, hardly any offensive units in his Roach War, and has only just started. So this could be a bit of a risky time here for Zenek's Life.
8 more lings coming out now. HerO does have that pylon very, very close to his opponent's base. +1 just started now, though. I'm almost thinking that was a mistake.
Could be.
Because +1 makes this so much stronger. He is still going to kill
still good.
Oh, he's still going to kill a lot of units, but it's so much nicer to kill those lings in 2 hits rather than 3.
She's like, no, I've got drones at home to take care of. Don't kill me. And yeah, +1 would indeed help here, as those Zerglings will take 3 hits, and nice surround with the drones.
Yeah.
Zenek's Life cleaning some of this up, and here comes more Zealots here. Just a big Zealot attack from Liquid HerO right now.
Yeah.
Really does make me think that +1 not starting till now was a mistake here.
It has to be.
Yeah. He's got a ton of gas saved up, though. What is he going to use that for?
Well, we'll find out in just a bit. Pylon on the low ground is going to go down in a second, but so might this third base. We'll find out if HerO has enough here. All of his Zealots are surrounded next to the drones as well.
We'll see.
More Zealots being warped in now as a robotics facility is being added back at home.
Hatchery getting very low. Looks like he's going to get it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good benefit to him now, as there are already 49 drones on the field, and the saturation efficiency not going to be as good as it could have been.
Well, here's the nice thing about this. He killed the third base. He can fall back now. He's probably going to lose all 3 of these Zealots, but he's going to be able to make a lot of sentries to defend at home. So HerO's still going to be in a pretty good spot, you know, counterattack-wise. He doesn't have a whole lot to worry about right now.
And let's see what he ends up moving into in a second. He does have gateways 5 and 6 on the way. Not working off of a second forge or any sort of Twilight Council quite yet.
Yep, 6 gates in a robo. Might try to do some sort of push with Immortals. And yep, we do see an Immortal coming out right now for Liquid HerO.
And looks like HerO's
pretty common 2-base thing to make a push with 2-3 Immortals these days. And he'll need them against the Roaches too. This is, again, I feel like he's pretty safe against counterattacks, but there might be a little bit of risk involved here in the next couple minutes for HerO.
Finishing up another Photon Cannon, though, certainly a good decision. Zenek's Life has a ton of Roaches sitting outside of his base. There's our first Immortal, though, in the robotics facility in a nice position to reinforce very quickly. Zenek's Life was thinking about going around the back, and HerO going to help him by taking down those destructible debris.
I'm surprised he's actually taking out this debris here. I mean, this seems a bit risky. It gives another place for the Roaches to come up. But look at this, Zenek's Life delaying here. This might give HerO the time he needs to get out that second Immortal, which is going to be so helpful.
Blink coming up as well, so he will be able to add on some Stalkers here in a second that are going to be very powerful. And Sentries caught out a little bit. They've got to watch out. HerO, you've got to control this well. Backing up at the moment. 2 Sentries, yes, do go down. A third may fall here in just a second as well. He's leading units back into the Immortal, so maybe you want to set this up as a dedicated trap, as he does kill a ton of Roaches.
I feel like HerO just had no idea that those Roaches were out there, honestly. I mean, because there's no other reason to just move your sentries down there and get them killed like that. He's actually very, very lucky that Life just didn't push right into the natural, but instead of going to the third first. HerO kind of dodging a bullet on that one, and still, you know, losing a couple sentries. But as it is now, he's in a great spot after that.
Does have his Warp Prism out as well, so we'll be able to harass him just a bit. This really isn't all that many forces left over for Zenek's Life, and he's not adding on a ton of additional Roaches. In fact, he did just finish up Pathogen Glands, and he's adding on some Infestors.
He's looking around for a third base. He's like, all right, it's weird that you haven't taken a third yet. Maybe it's hidden somewhere, but as we can see, it's not. The third now just started for Liquid HerO down at the normal location. 2-2 right now on the way for a Life. It's getting pretty close to finishing. Looks like this is going to get canceled, but it just means he's going to have a lot less units at home to defend, too.
Right. So let's see, as HerO looks like he's going to push, but Zenek's Life, he's not giving this up. He wants to try and do some damage right now. Big engagement up at the front, though. Fungal Growth pinning down a couple of units.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to need to see some Blink Micro in a second. They're actually blinking completely out of the way. Pretty good force fields trapping most of the Roaches roaches. Oh, but there was a
squeezes
gap.
out.
I couldn't see the gap next to the wall there.
There it is. So some units barely getting away. I don't think HerO saw that gap either. These roaches still alive in the main. They've done a decent amount of damage here as far as the workers go.
Yeah. Oh, a round of force fields there, but most of the roaches are still attacking, so the Immortals are taking quite a bit of damage. One goes down. I don't know if he has enough to clean up the rest of this. The Zerglings are getting involved as well, and it looks like the last Immortal is going to fall. This army is going to get cleaned up in the front.
Wow, is the next life playing really well so far against HerO. Kind of interesting that War Prism is like, all right, come on, Stalker, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Such a huge supply lead right now for the next life, too. 2-2 is on the way, or +2 weapons is on the way for HerO, but, you know, he's just at such a disadvantage army-wise. I don't think he's going to be able to get that third up. He lost all his sentries. I think Life's just going to be able to come in here and cause another cancel pretty easily.
Yeah, HerO just can't get up a third base. So frustrating for him as well. +2 attacks is coming, but I've got a feeling that that should have been done by now with that delay to the original +1. Yep. So just one sentry at the back. It's only got enough for one force field, and even with immaculate micro, the reinforcements for Life are going to swing in a bit as we see a ton of Lings and 2 more Infestors coming up very soon.
Yep. HerO trying to use that Blink Micro to keep some of the Stalkers alive, but just a good amount of roaches here. Here come the Infestors. One fungal could mean the end of this group of Stalkers. And there's the fungal on some of those, but it came a little bit too late here. Yeah, now the, oh wow, those Infestors actually really have to make a run for it.
Here we go, there's the
reinforcements. Yep, there we go.
That's what we were waiting for, and any unit that the Fungal Growth pins down is just going to die to these. A few Infested Terrans being put up at the front as well, a little bit of additional range support there, and Photon Cannons are going to fall here momentarily. These Zerglings, they're just watching their brethren die, they don't even care.
They're not worried about it. They're like, all right, I guess we could attack.
Oh wait, I saw some blue dots up here, and it's just the lone Stalker. That's not going to do too much.
Oh, well. Yeah, and we may actually see a GG pretty soon here from HerO. So I don't think this base is going to last too much longer.
HerO's still bringing over some probes. He's like, I will mine from this sometime this game.
I must mine from this base.
Right. Well, Infested Terrans are denying last couple of units.
GG.
There's the QWW.
Or QWW.